quite sure you'll enjoy it. Well, good luck in your new appointment, Maxwell.
Thank you, Ambassador.
All the best, Peter.
Thanks.
Oh, you knew where to reach me when you were in London, sir?
Yes, Department 5, isn't it?
That's right. Aeroporto, por favor. Bye.
Bye.
Sir, you know who's in charge of Department 5, don't you, sir?
No?
It's Edgar Briggs.
Oh, no. And I thought Maxwell had such a promising career ahead of him.
Good morning, Mrs. Collins.
Good morning, Mr. Spencer. Good morning, Mr. Briggs.
Good morning. Well, is the commander in?
Yes, he is, but he can't see you yet.
Yeah, that's probably because the door is closed. Mind you, he would be able to see me if he was peeping through that little keyhole.
Something wrong?
Yes, are we arriving or are we just leaving?
We're arriving.
Ah, then I must be taking this off, mustn't I? I knew it was one of the three. There you are.
Take a seat, please.
Oh, yes, thank you.
The commander would like you to read this.
Very well.
I'll go get the tea. Thank you so much.
Foreign Officer Staff File number 30436, Maxwell, Peter, age
Sir.
13.
He didn't mean read it out loud.
Oh, no, perhaps you're right. I suppose if he can't see me, it's hardly likely that he can hear me. Mind you, he would be able to hear me if he was listening at that little keyhole over there. Wouldn't put that past.
Mrs. Collins, send in Mr. Briggs, will you?
Sorry, Mrs. Collins isn't here at the moment. Can I take a message?
No, thank you, Briggs. Just come in.
Very well. Over and in, Commander. No, you go ahead, Spencer. I better stay out here and tell Mrs. Collins why I shan't be here when she gets back, all right?
Ah, Mrs. Collins.
No, Mr. Briggs. That's Mrs. Collins.
Thank you, Briggs. May we have the tea now, please, Mrs. Collins?
Yes, Commander. Mr. Briggs, would you mind?
Not at all. Sounds like tea, Commander. Yes, it is tea. Come in, Mrs. C.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Briggs, I'd like you to meet Peter Maxwell.
Hello, Maxwell. I'd say he looks a bit like Spencer from the back, Commander. Good Lord. He looks exactly like Spencer from the front.
Briggs, that's Maxwell.
Oh, hello, Maxwell.
Hello.
Well, of course, you don't look anything at all like Spencer, do you, from either direction? I don't understand how the commander managed to mix you up. Mind you, he thought I was Mrs. Collins in the room next door.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Collins. Please help yourself to tea, gentlemen, and then sit down.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Ah. Thank you, Spencer.
Maxwell, perhaps you could tell us a little something about yourself. You have read Maxwell's personal file, haven't you?
Yes, I have read it, Commander, so if he goes wrong, I can correct him.
Well, for the last...
Spencer, do you mind? I can't see. Because I can't see Maxwell. Thank you. All right, carry on.
Well, for the last 6 years, I've been in the diplomatic corps. I've just left our embassy in Havana.
Good grief, you got here quickly. Good man, that, Commander.
I've been a liaison officer between our own embassy and various intelligence agents throughout the world. And I'm now joining counterintelligence.
Good. Good. Now we know something about Maxwell. I can tell you something about a very important job I have for you, Briggs. I have here the file on Sir Anthony Donaldson, who is about to be promoted to permanent Under Secretary of State at the Foreign Office. Now, the Foreign Secretary himself has asked us to make a thorough security check on him.
It's funny, I would have thought the Foreign Secretary would have been cleared by now, Commander.
Top priority, Briggs. You must drop whatever you're doing.
Very well, Commander. Come on, Spencer, we haven't got time for that. Now, I want you to get hold of Buxton. Get hold of Buxton and tell him we are going to concentrate on this new job at once.
What are you doing at the moment, Briggs?
Absolutely nothing, Commander, but don't worry, we'll drop it. Now, as far as I can make out, Commander, you want me to go through this file and just make sure that everything is right, all right?
Yes, that's correct, Briggs. And then you and Spencer can ask Sir Anthony questions later on. Oh, and Maxwell, you better stick close to Mr. Briggs. He'll show you the ropes.
So, all right, Maxwell. Well, come on, I shall teach you everything I know. So let's have a few lessons to start with, shall we? Lesson number 1, how to open doors. Now, there's one over there. Do you think you can handle that one? Yes? Go on, have a go. Well done, good man. Glad to see we've got somebody bright in the department after all. Come on, let's go.
Mr. Spencer? Yes? Would you please sign for the tea trolley? And my coat. Always follow the proper procedure. That's what it's there for.
Ah, good morning, Buxton.
Morning, Mr. Briggs.
Tea's arrived. Well done, Maxwell. Good thinking. Now, look here, Spencer. Here's my coat, and hang my hat up, will you? Now, Buxton. There's a new chap here, name's Maxwell, come to join the department. There he is. Now, please take a good look at him, and don't mix him up with Spencer like the Commander always seems to do.
How do you do, sir?
How do you do, Buxton? How do you do? Now then, Buxton, we've got a high-level security check to do on a certain gentleman called Sir Anthony Donaldson. It may mean going through the file and just confirming one or two things. Maxwell, you might like to know how we actually do this.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Spencer. Well done. Do sit down, everybody. Now, let's have a look and see what it's got in here. Now, that's very interesting. It's very interesting. It says here that Sir Anthony regularly has lunch in a public house called the Two Chairmen. I think one of us ought to go and visit that public house one lunchtime. But before we do, I think we could have lesson number 2 here, and that is how to get into conversation with a suspect. Now, what we'll do here, we'll improvise a situation that'll take place in the Two Chairmen public house. Right? Maxwell, I want you to watch this one, so you can sit over there. That's right. Now then, let's see. Oh, here you are, Spencer. That's a large whiskey. I want you to take that over there. Wait a minute. Hold on. Haven't finished. Thank you, Spencer. Yeah, that's right. Here you are, Spencer. Now, you can be Sir Anthony with a large whiskey sitting in the saloon bar, all right? Now then, Buxton, where is Kathy?
Oh, she's on leave again, sir.
She's on leave again. She's always on leave, that woman. Look, I wanted her to play the barmaid. Never mind, Buxton, you can be the barmaid, all right? You're the wrong shape, but never mind, it'll just have to do. All right, here you are. Here's your bar.
Thank you, sir.
I want you to watch this, gentlemen, because I'm going to go outside and make my very subtle entrance. This is getting into conversation with a suspect.
Sir.
Spencer, just watch this. You may learn something, all right?
Oh, dear.
Oh! Hello, good afternoon. Nasty weather we're having. Good afternoon, Rosie.
Good afternoon, sir.
I'll just put... Look, I'll tell you what. Can I have my usual, please, Rosie? You know, half a bitter. That's best bitter, please. Come on, Buxton. Look, use the proper things. That's what they're there for. I see your Anthony Donaldson's in, then.
Yes, sir, he's in most days.
I see. How much is this, Rosie?
That'll be 12 pence, sir, please.
12 pence? Don't overdo it, Buxton. Now, the way to strike up a conversation with a total stranger is to, you know, just casually bump into him. And the way we do that is... Ha!
What are you doing?
You see that, Maxwell? I am now in conversation with Sir Anthony. It's a very good.
Look what you've done to my suit!
I'm terribly sorry. I'll get you another one. What was it? A small pinstripe, was it? A small pinstripe over here. Is that what you're drinking?
It was a large Scotch, wasn't it?
Sorry, a large Scotch. Large Scotch, eh? Give him a large Scotch. And I'll have a half a bitter as well, Rosie, please, with that one. Do you work round here at all?
Yes.
I see. What do you do?
I'm a civil servant.
Civil servant, eh? What are you in? Foreign Office?
Yes.
This Foreign Office. How long have you been working there?
Oh, about 12 years.
12
Look, this is absolutely absurd. You wouldn't ask me questions like that straight out.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it, Maxwell. Maxwell, Rosie.
What's
Don't
it?
like it.
What's it?
Don't like it. What's Sir Anthony here? 1, he gets annoyed far too easily. 2, he drinks far too much. And 3, he's far too talkative about his job. And none of these things are in his file. I'm sorry. But I don't think much of Sir Anthony's chances of getting this job. Buxton, I want you to tell the commander that after lunch, all right?
Very good, sir.
By the way, do you do lunches here, Rosie?
No, sir.
You don't? Oh, it's a pity. Tell you what we'll do, Max. We'll have another quick half a bitter here, shall we? And then we'll go round to my place for lunch, all right? Thank you.
Is this your flat, sir?
You don't sound too sure, do you? I think we'd better be on our guard, don't you?
Or don't you have a key, sir?
Of course I've got a key somewhere, but it isn't my flat. It won't fit, will it? Now, we could learn something from this, Maxwell. Let's call this lesson number 3, shall we? And that is how to tell if this is your flat. Now, if this is your flat, it'll have your wife in it. So if it has got your wife in it, it can't be my flat, can it? So let's find out whose wife it has got in it, all right? Jennifer, would you open the front door, please?
I can't, darling. I'm all tied up.
Ah, you see? It is my flat. Somebody's tied up my wife. Stand back. Hello, darling. It's me, Edgar. I thought you said you were all tied up.
I was, but I'm free now.
Oh, good.
Oh, Edgar, look at the door.
Oh, yes. I haven't let Maxwell in, have I? Sorry. Do come in, Maxwell. It's all right now, all right. Now, look. Jennifer, my wife. Peter Maxwell. Peter, wife. Jennifer, my Maxwell.
I think this is for you. It's a maidenhair fern, apparently.
Oh, I had one of those for you, darling, but it must have died on the way here.
Well, I was going out, but I suppose you want some lunch.
Oh, we'd love to have some lunch, wouldn't we, Maxwell? Do sit down. I've brought Maxwell here to teach him a bit about the British Secret Intelligence Service. Could we have sausages?
Well, now I suppose I'll have to go to the shops.
No, you won't have to go to the shops, darling. I'll go to the shops if you like.
What about Mr. Maxwell?
All right, Maxwell, you go to the shops. And I'll teach my wife about the Secret Service. You see, it all began like this, darling.
No, darling. No. Look, I'll go to the shops. You talk to Mr. Maxwell.
No, look, I've got a better idea, darling. Why don't we all go to the shops together? Then we could talk on the way, and that would save you coming back, all right? All right, then, goodbye. Off you go, Maxwell. Come on, Jennifer, let's go. Oh, by the way, a little tip for you here. Always remember to shut a door behind you when you leave a flat, and that'll stop people getting in when you go out, all right? Come on, then.
Yes, sir. Yes, I will. Goodbye. The commander wants us in his office in 10 minutes.
What's that?
He's wondering why Mr. Briggs is against Sir Anthony's appointment.
I wonder why he's wondering that, sir.
Yeah. What do you think of this new chap, Peter Maxwell?
He seems very pleasant, sir.
Yes. He should do quite well if he can stand working with...
Hold it! All right, lesson number 5. Thank you. All right. Maxwell, you can come in now. Wrong, Maxwell. You didn't have your gun in your hand, did you?
Actually, I haven't been issued with one yet.
All right, never mind. Here you are. Look, you can borrow mine, all right?
I haven't been given a holster yet either, sir.
It's quite obvious. Look here, I can't give you mine because I keep my gun in it. tell you what we'll do. For the time being, you can keep it in your pocket. All right? There you go.
Maxwell, I see from your file here that you haven't had any training in unarmed combat.
No, I haven't, sir.
Well, we'll have to organise something then.
Go on, organise something.
I can't do it now. The commander's expecting us.
All right, we'll organise something in the commander's office. All right? Good. I say, Spencer, look, if you're going to teach old Maxwell here a little bit about the unarmed combat, don't forget to tell him this one. Oh! Got to keep on your toes in this. Ha! Hold it, Buxton, hold it. That was a silly move to make. What would you have done if I got a gun in my hand?
Well, sir, I would have done a high kick and knocked it out of your hand.
Sorry, Buxton, the gun was in this hand. Ha ha.
What would you do if I put my hands round your neck?
Don't be ridiculous, Spencer. You'd never reach from there.
Well, I can always come round the desk. Hello. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, we'll be there in about 2 minutes, sir. All right. Yes, I'll tell him. Bye-bye. Sir.
Yes.
The commander wants us in his office right away.
Okay,
Come in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, Spencer. Maxwell? Afternoon, Briggs.
Hello, Commander.
Where's Buxton?
Oh, Buxton, sir. I sent him out for the milk and buns for the class's mid-morning break.
Milk, Briggs?
No, you don't milk Briggs, you milk cows, sir.
Mrs. Collins has brought the coffee. Help yourself, gentlemen, and please sit down.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Commander. There we are. Thank you, Spencer.
Settling down all right, Maxwell?
Yes, thank you, Commander.
Oh, yes, Maxwell's coming on very well with his lessons, Commander.
Do sit down, Spencer.
Sit down, Spencer. Commander, it's Spencer the one that's giving us trouble now, you know. Maxwell, what you're about to learn this afternoon is lesson number 6, and that is how to screen a top security civil servant for a high security post.
Briggs, Sir Anthony's already waiting. Now, look, I have gone through his personal dossier most carefully. I can't see for the life of me why you're so suspicious of him.
Well, let me explain, Commander. You see, 1, I find that he talks far too much about his job. 2, he drinks too much. Spencer, thank you very much. And 3, he gets annoyed far too easily.
Be careful!
Very much like Spencer does here, sir.
What makes you think this, Briggs?
I discovered this in the pub in my office at lunchtime, sir.
He has an excellent record.
He's got a record? I didn't know he'd made a record. Has he made a record? Well, it's not in his file. Make a note of that, will you, Maxwell? He's made a record. I think that we can send for the suspect now, Commander.
He is not a suspect, Briggs.
That in itself is suspicious.
Mrs. Collins, ask Sir Anthony to come in, please.
Yes, Commander.
Please show him in, would you, Briggs?
Certainly, Commander. Maxwell. Yeah. Remember lesson number 1? I taught you about opening doors.
Yes,
Here's
sir.
a chance to get a little bit of practice. Go on, off you go. Don't be nervous, I'm with you. Go on. And open. Good afternoon, Sir Anthony.
Sir Anthony Donaldson.
Too late, Maxwell. See, you had a chance to nip round to the other door.
Sir Anthony, how are you?
Nice to see you again, Commander.
Not at all. I'd like you to meet my staff, James Spencer, young Maxwell, who's just joined us, and Mr. Briggs, my assistant. Take a seat.
Thank you.
Briggs, that's Sir Anthony's chair.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. You needn't have brought one with you. We've got plenty here. Maxwell, give Sir Anthony one of our chairs, will you? Tell you what, look, I'll keep this one a bit clean for you. Put it on one side, and you can take it with you when you go. All right? Come on, Maxwell.
Coffee, Sir Anthony.
Thank you.
Briggs, get Sir Anthony a coffee, will you?
Yes, Commander, certainly. Thank you, Spencer.
You do understand, Sir Anthony, this is purely a formal check.
Oh, I quite understand.
Briggs?
Thank you, Commander. Watch this, Maxwell. I'm going to ask a question. Now then. Spencer, I've told you before about drinking too much coffee. Sorry about that. Now, look here, sir. It says in your file that you left Eton at 18.
Yes.
I see. Where did you go then?
I went straight to Oxford.
Didn't you go home first? I mean, isn't that rather suspicious? Can't you answer any of these questions? Are my questions too difficult for you? All right, shall I give you an easier question? Now, that is difficult.
Sir,
Spencer, did you want to ask a question?
Yes.
Well, put your hand up. That's what it's there for. Spencer, want to ask a question?
yes.
Well, come on then, man. Get it out. Don't hang about.
Sir, in 1956, you met George Wheeler, whom we later discovered to be a double agent. Exactly how many times did you meet him?
I never met him at all, actually.
I meant Sir Anthony.
Oh, Sir Anthony, I met him when he came in just now.
I met George Wheeler twice.
Excuse me, just a moment. Spencer was asking me the questions. I find your interruptions extremely suspicious, Sir Anthony. I mean, how do you expect poor little old Maxwell over there to learn anything if you're going to interrupt at every opportunity? Now, are you following this, Maxwell?
Yes, I think so, sir.
Good, because it says here that you were our press attaché to our embassy in Berlin.
But I was press attaché in Berlin.
So you were both the press attachés in Berlin, were you? I see. What did you do? Did you share the same desk? Go out
I've
the
never
same
been to Berlin in actual fact, sir.
No, I'm sorry. Berlin is not in actual fact. It's in East Germany. Sorry, Commander, but he hasn't done geography yet. We'll get round to that later on.
Briggs, I'd like a word with you. Look here.
That's 2 words, Commander.
We have a most distinguished civil servant here. Can't you ask a relevant question?
Look, I'm afraid I'm a very busy man, and unless you have any relevant questions...
Aha, you see what I mean, Commander? He was listening to our conversation. All right, if that's your little game, then we'll play it your way. Do sit down, thank you. Anybody here can ask this man some relevant questions.
Yes, I have a question.
Good, come on, Spencer.
Sir, when you were press attaché in Berlin, did you ever visit East Berlin?
Good question, Spencer.
Yes, I spent 2 weeks there.
Good answer, Sir Anthony. Maxwell, why didn't you know any of this? Maxwell.
How do you mean, sir?
What do you mean, how do I mean? You were there with him, you shared the same desk, you went out together. What do you...
Maxwell's never been to East Germany.
Look,
Mr. Briggs, it is I who went to East Berlin.
Ah, you went to East Berlin, did you? Where did you stay when you was in East Berlin?
I stayed at the hotel, what was it called? It was by the ballet school, little chemist on the corner.
You've forgotten the name of it, sir?
Well, no, I haven't, but it's some time since I was there.
But you stayed for 2 weeks.
Yes, it was on a corner, next to a set of traffic lights.
That never work.
Right. Thank you. The Frankenberg.
The Frankenberg. Well done, Maxwell. Got him. Got him, Commander. Got him.
For someone who's never been to East Berlin, Maxwell, you seem to have a remarkable knowledge of the place.
I don't know what you mean.
All right, come on. How much did you have to drink when you were in the Frankenberg, eh?
Briggs, I think we're onto something.
So do I, Commander. I knew he'd give himself away in the end. Well done, Maxwell.
I think you've been to East Berlin, Maxwell.
So I've been to East Berlin, so what?
You told us you hadn't. I'd like a little chat with you, Maxwell. Is that your real name?
I'll just take that.
I don't think so.
Was in his pocket, Spencer. I taught him that. Taught him that one, Commander.
Well done, Briggs.
No, it's well done, Maxwell.
Get back.
Well done. No, he's learning an awful lot, Commander.
Be careful!
Anybody moves, Briggs gets it.
That's good. Tighter. Yeah, tighter here.
Quick, get out!
Wait a minute, Commander. Look, I haven't taught him the way out of the building yet. I'd better go and do that now, hadn't I?
Oh. Gertie, red alert, red alert.
Briggs, are you all right?
Oh, well done, Briggs. Good work. I say, I didn't know Maxwell was working for the other side.
Working for the other side, were you? Well done. What are you doing? Taking evening classes? Well done, Maxwell.
Well done, Briggs.
Thank you,
well
Commander.
done. I say, I think we can leave them to clear up this mess, don't you, Sir Anthony?
Yes, but what about my interview?
Oh, I think we can consider that over, don't you, Briggs?
Yes, he's guilty, all right. Don't worry about that.
Maxwell, I think it's a long prison sentence for you. Take him away, Spencer. Are you really all right?
Yes, there's only one thing that's wrong, Commander.
What's that, Briggs?
Well, I didn't teach Maxwell decoding, surveillance, or escaping from prison. Do you think I ought to go to jail with him?